There is a secret underground tunnel at his mansion that connects to Michael Jackson's home. A neighbor sent an anonymous tip to federal officers about unusual activity at Diddy's house. When the agents arrived, Diddy's team reportedly prevented them from entering. Despite this, the agents decided to search Diddy's newly renovated bedroom. When they moved the bed, they allegedly found a tunnel hidden under a rug and discovered children's clothes inside the passage.
This was first brought up by Shadow of Ezra, where he talked about the underground tunnels in Diddy's luxurious Los Angeles mansion. It was an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a mysterious grotto, reminiscent of an ancient and modern human use of caves. But they say that this tunnel connects to the Playboy Mansion. You guys remember that? Hugh Hefner, the guy who lived with all those women in his mansion?
Please help me! Please!
Given the description of this video, it is going to discuss some very triggering, potentially, and disturbing details.
So I need to give you a massive flashing red warning here.
Diddy has no limits, no morals, and no bounds. He even goes after 10-year-olds allegedly. In this new court case finding, the lawsuit entails many horrifying details of what happens to this young kid.
Get it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out.
A lot of ladies, they just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there. I mean, when I walk in, I definitely take pride in being the originator of the preparation of the.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
P. Diddy be wanting to body, and you gotta tell him no.
The press and the media and the public at large is shocked by what's happening, but we really are just getting to the beginning of everything. There are a lot of people who have been named that have not been brought to heel, people that were above him, music executives. He was hailed as a hero. And yet behind the scenes, everyone knew that this is what he was engaged in. This was an open secret in Hollywood. There are some more big names that are going to have to answer for it, like LeBron James, is quite deafening.
Brace yourself, because this might be one of the most explosive revelations yet. Just minutes ago, a young individual came forward, breaking down as they revealed disturbing details about what allegedly went on inside a mysterious tunnel linked to Diddy and Piers Morgan. He's furious after hearing this story, calling for serious answers. What exactly did this young person reveal? Why has it left one of TV's toughest personalities at a loss for words? This could be the start of a scandal that Hollywood might not be able to ignore. Let's start with Piers Morgan's reaction, which has shocked even his loyal viewers. Known for his sharp opinions and no-nonsense attitude, Piers didn't hold back his emotions after hearing this young person's story.
Many horrifying details of what happens to this young kid who wanted to be a star. The parents took their kid, dropped him off at the hotel room, met with Diddy, and said that they will be back later, and left the kid with Diddy. This device was used by Combs or his employees and agents to put GHB into the drinks. Now, the plaintiff alleges he started feeling the effects of this drink, and Diddy started to ask him to come closer. And he did. He got pushed down by Diddy, and then Diddy told him these haunting words. He said, "Sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do." Diddy then allegedly opened his pants, showed it, and asked him to do something to it. And the individual refused. So then Diddy forced it. And obviously, you can put two and two together. It's the worst possible thing you can imagine.
Eyewitnesses say he looked visibly shaken, with an anger and urgency that we rarely see from him. What could possibly have rattled him so much? For a personality like Piers, who has faced countless controversial interviews, it takes something extraordinary to make him react this way. Insiders say he's calling for deeper investigations, hinting that if this story is true, it could be one of the most disturbing revelations Hollywood has ever faced. But let's dive into the heart of the matter. This young individual reportedly sat down, and as they began to recount what happened, emotions took over. They broke down in tears, struggling to get through their story, leaving everyone who heard it absolutely stunned. According to the young person, There's a tunnel in one of Diddy's properties that allegedly leads to areas reserved for exclusive gatherings. They described the tunnel as a place that felt isolated from the rest of the world, designed for secrecy and complete privacy. As the young person shared more, their emotions seemed to reveal the weight of what they experienced, leaving the audience with chills. It wasn't just a tunnel. It felt like a portal to another world, one that was hidden in plain sight. Now here's where the story takes a turn. According to rumors circulating in Hollywood, these tunnels may have been used to host private events that very few were allowed to know about. Some even speculate that these gatherings were designed to cater to powerful figures with absolute discretion. But here's the question: who were these exclusive guests? And what really went on behind those closed doors? This story has the public buzzing with questions, as people wonder if these gatherings were innocent social events, or if something much darker was happening below the surface. People are now starting to question just how far some Hollywood elites are willing to go to maintain their privacy, and how many secrets are hidden in these secluded spaces.
Was when Harvey Weinstein went down, there was an absolute stampede of celebrities in Hollywood who rushed to distance themselves and publicly denounce him. And I've just noticed that with P. Diddy, there's been a very, very, very small number of high-profile black celebrities. We can say, which is, I think, pertinent to this, comes back to what we said at the start. When people who are as normally vocal as LeBron, who can be as condemnatory as he's been publicly about all manner of issues, when they're completely silent about something as big as this, and you know they were good friends with P. Diddy and were at the parties and so on, you just raise an eyebrow.
According to the young individual's account, this tunnel wasn't just a regular hallway. It was designed to keep people from prying eyes. Sources close to the story suggest that the layout and construction were intended to make it nearly impossible for anyone on the outside to know what was happening within. Concealed entrances, hidden doors, soundproof walls, all of it added to the sense of secrecy. It's as if the tunnel was built to hide a world that only a select few were invited to see. And now, after hearing this young individual's emotional account, people are beginning to wonder, was this secrecy meant to protect privacy? Or was it hiding something much more complex? The implications of this design are raising serious questions. So why is Piers Morgan so fired up? Insiders reveal that after hearing this story, Piers has been urging people to come forward, calling for a full investigation. He's reportedly even gone so far as to say that if these claims are true, certain individuals in Hollywood should be held accountable. For Piers, this isn't just another celebrity scandal. It's a matter of integrity and public safety. Piers has made it clear that he's not going to let this story fade away. Fans and critics alike have been captivated by his response, with some saying he's one of the few voices brave enough to speak out against Hollywood's alleged secrecy. According to sources close to the young person, this story wasn't easy to share. It took incredible courage for them to speak up. And while they struggled emotionally, they wanted the truth to come to light. Rumors suggest they hesitated for years, fearing backlash from powerful individuals involved, but finally decided it was time for the world to know.
Oh God, this can't be true. I mean, I don't want it to be true. When the 10-year-old boy came to, he was no longer unconscious. Diddy's pants were undone and the young child's and buttocks hurt badly. He cried and said he wanted to see his parents, to which Combs told him that if he said anything to anyone, he would hurt his parents. I mean, this seems credible, actually. We have heard similar allegations by other children.
Old boy was once a guest at Diddy's infamous white party. The disgraced mogul has his arm draped around a young Justin Livtosky back in 1999. Justin is now 31 and tells Inside Edition about taking that photo.
He put his arm around me in an uncomfortable way, close to areas that you shouldn't as a grown man.
He recalls what he saw at the party.
So I remember and topless women. That's the two main things that I remember.
So how'd he end up there?
This decision to speak out has struck a chord with people worldwide. inspiring a flood of supportive messages from those who want to see justice.
He's a monster. He's literally a monster. This man is gonna go down.
This is incredibly disturbing footage.
He hosted what he called freak-offs, parties so brutal that the young men and women, from being drugged, they would be beaten, they would be raped, would sometimes vomit and pass out. They alleged that Diddy filmed it.
I've kept this very quiet for 14 years. I mean, it's been a very long time, and it was so hard for me to watch. And I cried for days because I just couldn't believe that that man was physically abusing her.
In my opinion, I think that they're probably looking at RICO or racketeering charges. Each one of those charges carries with it a 25-year sentence. Digital evidence can be very, very tiny. And so when you're looking for flash drives, you are going to have to start looking in walls, taking apart furniture, cameras, those kinds of things, cameras that are recording, those kinds of things.
No agents were concerned that Diddy or his associates were deleting evidence.
That was my tip-off to why this evidence was probably digital in nature, which is exactly why, in my opinion, they searched the homes simultaneously at the exact same time. My guess is that they knew that there was a chance that evidence could be destroyed or was going to be destroyed.
Could this be a turning point where more voices begin to share their stories, helping to expose the secrets that have long been hidden in Hollywood? As expected, social media has gone into overdrive, with fans and critics alike sharing their thoughts on these shocking revelations. From Twitter threads to Instagram stories, the public has been vocal, expressing everything from anger to disbelief. Many are even calling for other individuals in Hollywood to step forward and tell their stories. This story has sparked countless debates online, with fans questioning just how deep Hollywood's secrets go. And while some are demanding transparency, others are wondering if we'll ever get the full picture of what's truly happening behind the glamour and fame. Hollywood has always been known for its glamour, but behind the scenes, stories like these reveal a much darker side. If this account from the young individual proves to be true, it could open the door to even more secrets and possibly expose a culture of silence within the industry.
Through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. When I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. We've handled over the last 25 years some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. There are many facets to this. The conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. There are many people and many entities involved. We're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter no matter who the evidence implicates. These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world.
This could be a defining moment, one that forces Hollywood to confront the reality of its hidden worlds. Many believe that this story could mark the beginning of a new era, where transparency and accountability become more than just buzzwords. As the public demand for answers grows, Hollywood may have no choice but to finally address the secrecy that has long surrounded its most powerful players. So, what's next? With Piers Morgan calling for deeper investigations and public support for this young person's story growing by the minute, this could be just the start of a much bigger conversation. Some are already wondering if more people will come forward, adding to the evidence and creating a wave that Hollywood won't be able to ignore. Is this the moment Hollywood's secrets finally start coming to light? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the world is watching, and the truth might just be closer than ever. What do you think about this latest revelation? Could this story be the first of many to expose Hollywood's hidden layers? Or is it just another story that will fade away? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.